can't afford your air conditioning. You pay no taxes. Chairman, Commissioners, we are live.
Okay. Call to order, Valencia County Planning and Zoning Commission. Today is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, May 26th, 2026, 3 p.m. Item number 2, the Pledge of Allegiance. Young man in the front, would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Sure. On us, Ken.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Excellent. Have a seat. Moving on to item number 3, approval of agenda. Have all the commissioners present had an opportunity to look over today's agenda? Yeah. Any questions, comments? Do we have a motion? Move to approve. There's a motion. Okay. With a second. Any discussion on the motion in the second? Hearing none, call the vote.
Commissioner Chavez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Moran, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Freeman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chairman Sutherland, how do you vote?
Yes. Moving on to item number 4, approval of April 2026 Planning and Zoning Commission minutes. All the commissioners present had an opportunity to look at the minutes from last month. Yep. Is there any questions or comments or anything? I think everything was picked up on the revisions, so.
Yeah, I think the final revision included, I think we were missing a legal description on one of the items.
Right.
Just so we should have all the items.
I know that the revisions came out, but with the holiday and stuff, and so that's, you know, I can see that, so, motion on the floor. Move to approve. Motion
I'll second.
with a second. Any discussion on the motion in a second? Hearing none, vote.
Commissioner Chavez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Moran, how do you vote?
Yeah.
Commissioner Freeman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chairman Sutherland, how do you vote?
Yes. Moving right along to item number 5, staff reports. Mr. Baca.
Chairman and Commissioner, so at the last DOCC meeting on the 20th of May, we had 3 solar field overlay zone requests and 2 zone change requests. And then also a new ordinance for the childcare and multi-generational housing. The solar field overlays, 2 of those were denied, 1 of them was approved. The 2 zone changes were both approved. The ordinance was approved and passed for the childcare and multi-generational housing, and that takes effect as of July 1st. Also, our staff attended the New Mexico League of Zoning Officials Conference on May the 12th through May the 14th. They all seemed really excited with it this year, so there's a lot of really good presentations, brought back a lot of positive information.
Excellent.
And that's all I have. I stand for any questions.
Why on the overlay, was there something that we missed that those 2 did not get passed, or?
We actually had some of the public come out for both of those. So
Okay.
there was none. I don't think either of them had any opposition at our planning and zoning meeting.
Right.
There was several people from the neighborhoods that did show up with opposition.
Okay.
I feel like the commission really thought that was valid concerns that they presented to them.
Okay. That's why it's always important to come out and follow what's going on with, you know, your local politics, because we listen to you, and the Board of County Commission listens to you as well. So as long as we're doing it right here, that's my biggest concern. What do you think, commissioners? Got any questions for me? Okay. All right, moving right along. Excuse me, item number 6, the swearing in of participants. So if anybody who is present, who is going to be brought up, who is petitioning the county, will be speaking in favor of or will be speaking against any of the items that are going to be on here, I need to swear you in. So I'd like to ask everybody to stand up, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I state your name.
I
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. All right, excellent. Have a seat. All right, moving right along. Action item 7A, variance number 2026-036, District 1, PNC Commissioner Aguilar, Board of County Commissioners Sites.
Chairman, Commissioners, before you this evening is a request for the variance number 2026-036. This is in District One, Planning and Zoning Commissioner Aguilar, Board of County Commission Sites. Ana Estrada Salazar, Guillermo Lobato Luna requests a variance of 9 feet to the accessory structure side of the rear yard setback requirement of 15 feet to construct a detached garage with a setback 6 feet from the property line. Legal description, subdivision, Life Mobile Gardens, B527, lot 36, half an acre, map 72, MH number 6008887, UPC 1010038200430, followed by 6 zeros, also known as 434 Diana Drive, Los Lunas, New Mexico 87031, currently zoned Rural Residential District 2, RR2, and I do stand for any questions.
Okay, do we have the petitioner here? Anna, if you want to step forward, sign in and, okay, do we have a letter? So you are speaking for both Anna and Guillermo? So I don't mean to re-ask the question. Are you speaking for them or are you translating them? Okay, so then all the questions that we will submit to Anna, you will translate to her and then you will translate the answer back to us. So you're not going to be the one actually answering the questions, right? I just want to get that straight. That way, if anybody, And is Guillermo here as well? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're okay with her? Well, you're okay with her speaking with everything, or do you want to have your separate time? You want to do all together?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, come forward, sign in and state your name. Little family gathering. Whenever you're ready.
Please louder so we can hear.
My 40-foot garage with the eco carport. This garage is built in the back portion of our backyard because it's only space for it. The garage is directly in front of our home entrance. The garage can't be built more forward due to our septic drainage and our trees. If in the future we have septic problems, the garage would need to be taken down to access it. Due to these factors, the placement of the garage that we requested makes the most sense. We would like to build the garage to protect from weather and extra security. We also ask permission to our neighbors closer to the garage and have agreed that they're completely fine with it. The garage would be 6 feet from the right side fence, 30 feet from the garage to the back corner of the yard, and 2 feet to the left fence. Due to our yard having a triangle shape.
To the left fence?
Two.
Can you verify that?
Oh, 21.
Go ahead, continue. Or are you done? Okay, so, you're in District One. So Commissioner Aguilar's not here, so I'm gonna be the one kind of leading this up, but Commissioner Esposito. So, can we, Mr. Parker, can you get an overhead on this property? So, I'm sorry, what's your name, please? Nadia. You don't mind if I just call you Nadia?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and when I ask you a question, I really, because you're a translator, I want you to ask your, who you're translating, okay? And then they need to answer, okay? Okay, so, so this. Read up the, that's the representation of the house right there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So the existing storage shed that you have there is covered by trees?
Yes,
And the garage that you're wanting to put in is where your parking lot currently is?
yes.
And that. Uh. I guess that driveway and that roundy round, that's your driveway, right? That's not a official road or nothing like that. That's just your parking lot.
No.
And where you want, okay, so the new garage is gonna be past the driveway on that piece of land right there? But it's gonna be onto the, because it looks like you have asphalt or paving or something, correct?
That's true. A rock.
You can ask them.
We don't have to keep it.
Sí, no, pero necesito ahorita una tierra para descanso, como Dios es de allí,
So the lighter part's all dirt and then the rest is
para que quede,
rock, but if the garage is gonna be closest to the red part.
para que en 15 pies de separado, que termina el terreno.
So the garage is gonna be 15 feet from, so back there.
But is it gonna be on the dirt part or is it gonna be on the gravel part?
The garage is here.
Yeah, so it's gonna be on the dirt part.
Mhm.
So the whole thing is gonna be on the dirt. So it's not gonna be on the gravel.
No,
No.
And your septic system is where?
las
No.
sí, es como-
It's in the middle.
No.
Show me.
Not to. Why?
más tarde.
The drive-in is down here, so I'm thinking that the drive-in, you can see. This road is coming up like this, so they drive in here, they probably use that to turn around. But if the septic system is like that, then you're already, you know, what's the, parking and septic right there. You see what I'm saying? So. This garage is here. Supposed to be here. That's 24 foot by 40 foot. So is this gonna be a garage for parking or is this gonna be a shed for storage? Okay. And so how will you enter the new garage?
Through the entrance, the garage is gonna be directly,
The entrance facing towards the house?
yes.
So like that, that's 24 feet. 60, 190. Square feet, really? No, 1,000. And 960 square feet. So how many vehicles are gonna be parked in this garage? Four.
Which one from these is so close from the back of it?
See, they got that. What is that? So this is. What is that? That's around the arm like that, right? And down. With them, right? Can you put in five, the last page of 5? There, or I guess the only page in 5. Yeah, you see. So. Yeah, their access is here, they come in. So, okay, Mr. Buck, I'm sorry, I don't mean to, but can you go back to the overhead now? I've been going back and forth. Yeah, so that's. Right. Cool. That's like that. And then the house. And they've got their driveway that comes in here, which is gravel. This is gonna be off the gravel. Right here, it's 15 feet, but well, I guess that's all. And so their variance that they're looking for is right here, 6 foot. And they've got that's a 15-foot variance, right?
Term correction, that's correct. But the
Or-
variance, I'm sorry, the total setback requirement is 15 feet.
Yeah, 15.
They are requesting
Nine.
to place it at 60. So
60.
total,
9 feet variance, yeah.
I can't.
Well, I mean, benefit of the doubt. So the distance that they're giving us of 15 feet would to the northeast, the eastern corner of the proposed garage to the border. They say 15 feet, but the 15-foot measurement according to that.
So, Chairman, Commissioners, I did have a sit down with Anna Estrada and her son on multiple occasions to confirm that it is a measurement to the nearest point of the shop of the property. So I don't know if they didn't draw it exactly to that corner, but we did go over that multiple times at the closest point of that shop, not be closer than 15.
So, ask them if they understand that the closest point of that proposed shop cannot be more than 15. Cannot be less than 15 feet to the border, property border.
From where the property.
So, from here
Awesome.
to here.
Mhm.
Okay, so the way that they've got it drawn in, they're showing 15 feet from the wall to this border, but what's the measurement from here to here?
No pasa escrito abajo. Es como 5, porque estoy entrando en la otra.
You said how our property is. Triangle shape, it just keeps getting smaller.
Yeah, but we need the measurement from the proposed garage, the closest point of that garage to the closest point of the property.
Notify them that if it is
Three
less
eight.
than that 15 feet, closest point, we will require them.
It's
38.
about 38.
De la esquina donde te digo, perdón, está la parte
That doesn't make sense.
No,
That's not gonna be even close. But I mean, this isn't from the scale, right? This is just a proposed, but I don't see where that's gonna. Cause I'm looking at this as a 6 foot right here, so 15 foot would be over here, so if this is the yeah, that's, and then it has to be more than 15 feet. Right. Right, but right here, so this is what they're asking for, well, they're asking for this part right here. Okay, so, cause this is supposed to be 15 foot here, they're gonna give on 6 foot, they're gonna take 9 foot. They're asking to take 9 foot. And so, what we need to know,
And Chairman Commissioners, when we discussed this, they originally had drawn it at 21 feet to the center of the garage to the property line on the northern line. After our discussions, they went back, they made some adjustments. So the tip of the triangular shape was originally gonna be 38 feet here. They did make an adjustment and move it northwest an extra 10 feet, which at that point, according to what they had told me, it puts the closest point, which would be this corner of the garage here, 15 feet away from that property line. Based on what we discussed, that was.
but the width of the proposed garage is 24 feet. And they're saying that the halfway mark is 21 feet. 21 minus 24 minus 21 is 3. We're 3 foot away, right? Doesn't make sense mathematically, doesn't make sense.
Yeah, this is one of those where I have to go based on what they said we measured on there.
Okay.
This is, we don't feel this is clear enough, and we might have to.
Okay, so. Commissioners, I think that there's missing information on this one. And I think I'm gonna ask them if they want to take a look, because in that way, because this is incomplete. More clarification. Yeah, if they don't, then we'll go forward with it, and then we'll do public comment and all that, but I think that already it's a little tainted on it, so.
Mr. Baca mentioned that if they don't meet that 15 foot at the nearest point, upon inspection from the building people or.
This would be something we would have to have them make that correct movement based on their side.
So you don't go up there and look at it. They, no.
Yeah, there would be no pre-code inspection. You would- Once, so on this new garage, you would be pouring a concrete slab?
Yes.
Okay, so the inspection would have to be done after the concrete slab and all that stuff has been done, and so then if it puts them. I don't want us to go that far.
That's gotta be clear.
Right.
Sorry, Commissioners, just to clarify, we, as the county, go to an inspection, we do some verifications and then final, certificate of occupancy. Things are finalized.
Right,
That's the idea we go out, but they typically don't measure for zoning.
right,
They're
right.
strictly checking.
No, and I agree. I understand that. I'm just kind of saying it out loud so that everybody gets an idea of where we be as.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that's what I want, way we want clear, but they indicate on the paperwork. It's like how they're gonna do it. It's not indicated. They don't know.
Okay.
Children, that picture, because I don't think it's clear. To them. Show them that picture, because
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
yeah.
No, of course I don't mind, but are we all going in the same direction? I think so.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's the half done. So-
Yes, yes. Okay, so, Nadia, so if you could just step forward over here real quick, so. So you see where the proposed garage is?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So this is the proposed garage. And from here to here, it's 6 foot. And they're asking for the 9 foot here, okay? what is from here to here? Because according to this diagram, it says from here to here is 15 foot, but
So from when we're building we're done the field of the garage, from here to the neighbor's house, it's 15.
the rules don't apply from here to the neighbor's house. The rules apply from the closest point of the garage, which would be this corner right here, to the closest property line. Okay.
So the garage is gonna start where it's 15, so it's not gonna be, it's gonna start at it measures from 15, so this would be here. And it would be 15. Now, when you put the garage from the garage here, it's gonna be from here, like, here is 1 and 25. So she's starting at the point where it's 15 to the property.
Okay. All right, go ahead and stand back. Mr. Baca, can you bring that back up on the map and do some measurements for us on the real map? So, if we can start a measurement from the end of the gravel parking lot, going at a southwesterly direction towards the tip of the triangle part, and measure out 40 feet. Does that make sense? So that's 40 feet right there. Okay, now, and I know it's an approximation. Now, if you go on the southern border line at that 40-foot mark, going straight across to, at a 30-degree, yeah, perpendicular to that one. No, that's not really perpendicular, is it?
To the property line, yes.
Oh, okay, yes. So,
That would be at the southern edge, starting the.
right. So what is that measurement?
22.
And the garage is supposed to be 24 feet wide. So that would actually be
Way different.
way different. There's no way that we can get 15-foot variance. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't see it. So, Nadia, did you see what we just did? So you understand that by measuring the 40 feet, which is the size of the garage, it showed us where an approximation of where the end of that garage is going to be. By viewing the line from the center of that going over, it gave us a measurement of what. So it's supposed to be 24 feet. There's no leftover room to put it. So what they're needing to do is that they're going to ask for a variance. They need to ask for a variance on the south side, and they need to ask for a variance on the east side. Because just one variance won't help them. Right?
And move it forward.
Move forward.
Or,
So they can't do it because of the septic.
no, the septic is up here.
Drain field.
Oh, the drain field. Did you tell?
Well, yeah,
What did they say?
it's 15 feet from where we're putting the garage on, to the property line.
Yeah.
And we can't put it more forward because of the septic, if something happens to the septic in the future, the garage would have to be taken down.
Have you already bought are you building it like from scratch, or is it, because I'm under the impression that it's a, excuse me, one of the pro steel kind of a prefab thing where you put it all together.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a metal garage that we have built.
So you're building it, so it's not like a prefab,
No.
You're actually gonna make it that big. Is there any way that you could cut down on the size?
It's because the contract we already made, because we wanted that.
Mr. Walker, can you go back to, into the measurement? Yeah, I see exactly.
And then we can get that other measurement.
Okay, so you see where, excuse me. Yeah, right where your pointer is, if you can measure
48 feet.
48 feet. Yeah, right there. Okay, so if you could mark that perpendicular measure from there to the,
What's the distance from property line to property line?
or yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, right there.
43 minus 24 is gonna be 15 minus 6 feet. There's no way it's gonna add up. It doesn't add up.
Doesn't matter. I tried.
Yeah, we tried. It doesn't add up. It's not gonna fit. Not the way this is done. So. This is not in my district. But because I'm the chair and the commissioner that this district is in is not present, then I need to take over on it. And I think we're all in agreement on having them table. Okay, so our recommendation at this point is that they table. Do you understand what tabling means? It means that they say, we don't have enough information, we don't want to go forward with this, we want to come back next month or 2 months to re-apply for it, okay? Because the way it looks right now, it doesn't look good. This is not complete, it's not right. And we can't pass something that's not right. So, if they want, they can table it. In other words, they say, hold on a second, we're gonna go back, relook at it, we're gonna get everything drawn out for you, and we're gonna bring it back. And then that's fair. Or they can say, nope, we are going to go ahead with this is what we want, and this is how it is, and whatever information you have, we don't care, we want you to vote on it. So, bring it to them and. Now. If, I just want them to understand, if they table it, in other words, if they say they want more time to re-examine this. Then they can come back to us next month. And the only thing that's gonna cost them, because if they table it, then they have to pay postage, right?
Chairman, Commissioners, that's if you make that a condition of the team. So if you approve them tabling it with the condition that they are required to do.
So. So they won't have to pay reapplication fees. Or anything like that. That's if they table it. If they don't table it and it goes to a vote and it does not vote and it does not pass the vote, then it's a minimum 6 months. We're gonna vote. Okay. Is there anything else for us?
No, there's nothing.
Okay, go ahead and have a seat and we're gonna continue on. So on their diagram, that was a self-drawn diagram on 6-1. They've got a height of 4 foot with the flat part. They're, I don't understand this.
Commissioners, this was the original site plan that was submitted. I had to resubmit the one that we've been reviewing. This just is almost like like if you're standing in the driveway, let's say they're. Those are setbacks, so their original, this shows their original plans. With the 38 back and 12 on either side of the. And yeah, and so this is just kind of get a visual of it. The actual numbers that they wanted were on other aerial drawn site plan.
Yeah, I mean, right there, they're showing that they're not even within their 18, 12 foot. I mean.
That was where it came up, and that was where the made changes or what I started from just.
Okay, if we can keep it down.
Yeah.
They want to table it now. It's okay.
Go ahead, Kim, look up. Have them come up, but you're just asking questions then. No, that's all. And I don't know if there's people, because all the neighbors get letters and and they're told, hey, you know, your neighbors want to do this. Some neighbors are like, oh yeah, I don't see a problem. Other neighbors are like, no, I don't want the building that close. And sometimes it causes problems between neighbors. You might be very good friends with all your neighbors around you, and that's a good thing. But then if you want to put a garage, then one neighbor says, oh, I don't want it because, you know, it's going to cut down on the sun or the sunset or something like that. And then all of a sudden you cause problems. And that's why we have variances. That's why the county controls the way things are built, because for safety, for all that kind of stuff. So we're the impartial that do those rulings. Now, can you get variances? Of course you can, and we haven't even gone to the neighbors yet. So, but we're still discussing like what we're discussing. But if you want to say something, you're available to say something. So what do you want to say? Okay. Wishers?
That's smart.
Okay, so do we waive their mailing fee?
We just kind of, because of the 18 mail outs at about $10 each, if you come out to bargain with various fee actually. Yeah, application fee is one thing.
We're asking to table it, so it should be a problem.
Okay, so then they should pay for the mail out. Okay, so we're gonna table it. We are gonna table it on the condition that you guys are responsible for the mail out fee, which will be approximately about $180. Is that good? All right, so do I need a vote to table it or? No, they're the ones who made the thing, so consider this from the table. Go ahead, sit down.
Just make sure that after this, sometime you come and meet with me. I feel like you guys might not have been entirely clear on everything today, so I'm just gonna sit down and really go over the process of everything with you guys, so everything's clear for next month. Like, we can set up a meeting sometime later this week or next week.
Yeah, it would, and you might want to tell them that they may want to get like an architect or somebody in there to give some, or a surveyor to get true property measurements, because without those, that's the thing that messed it up there, okay, so, but it's only 1 month versus 6 months to a year, so. All right, thank you. So. Table by petitioner. With agreement. To pay extra mail out. Good to go? Moving right along, action item 7B, conditional use number 2026-042, District 2, P and Z Commissioner Freeman, Board of County Commissioner Richardson.
Chairman, Commissioners,
If you want. You were very
Yeah.
generous. Thank you, yes, very generous, very kind. You were very generous and very kind.
Oh, we have one of we. Thank you.
Chairman, Commissioners, before you this afternoon is a request for conditional use 2026-042. This is District 2, P and Z Commissioner Freeman, UOCC Richardson. Efrain Gutierrez requested conditional use to allow a temporary secondary dwelling in conjunction with a principal dwelling on the same parcel for a family member requiring special care. Legal description, subdivision, land of William R. Ellsworth, tract 4, UPC 1-012-037-211-455, followed by 6 zeros, also known as 8 Red Oak Lane, Los Lunas, New Mexico, 87031, zone rural residential 2, RR2, and I stand for any questions.
Yeah.
For the petitioner is available, please come forward, sign in and state your name for the record.
Rosa Fuentes.
I'm sorry,
Rosa Fuentes.
Rosa.
With the rose.
Efraín. Rosa. Efraín.
You're the owners of the property?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, claro.
Your turn.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. I am here to requesting a permit in order to place a mobile home on my 1.80 acre land. I currently have a home in this land. The mobile home will be placed in the third 3/4 of an acre. I will be placed 25 feet from the neighbor. Hence, I understand that I am required to install a new septic tank for the mobile home to be installed in accordance with the requirements given to us. The new septic tank will not be installed until permission is received. To install in the home. For your information, my neighbor Raul Lorena has already granted me permission to bring it into his property.
Bring it through his property into your property.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he got a big gate.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
What's the size of the mobile that you're putting in there?
Well, we applied for a small mobile home, but they said you have to be bigger than, I think it was 260 feet. Square feet, bigger than that, so I think it's gonna be like about 3 bedroom mobile home.
I mean, is it like 12 by 70 or,
Maybe like 16 by 80, something like that.
oh, a double wide,
No, single wide.
single wide?
Yeah, 1280. 15 by 80.
16 by one.
80 by 80 would be 1,080 square feet.
And it's for your, go ahead.
I requested this permission to install a mobile home in order to bring my 84-year-old mother who needs assistance. who lives close to me. Okay. I understand that if I get approved to install this mobile home, then I will require to renew the approval every 2 years.
So it's a conditional use, right? And you're gonna put a new septic in if this is approved,
Yes, sir.
new leach field.
Yes,
What about water?
we already got the.
You have a well,
Yes, I know.
that's for the house,
That's what I hope.
but you can
Yes.
split it up. Yeah.
And we have information here as far as why you want to have the secondary home, but if you could tell everybody why you need the second home on the property.
To take care of my mother, my 84-year-old mother.
Good for you. Are you gonna be providing any kind of fencing, screening, any kind of landscaping, anything additional like that with the new mobile home?
Probably a little bit, yes.
Okay, can you tell me about that?
Maybe a small portion of the front. Okay. Little bit, the yard, little bit. And this is gonna be one parking lot for just maybe one car.
And the main entrance is gonna be on Oak Lane?
Opening,
Is that where the driveway is?
yes, on the side of the property, you see here,
Mhm.
it's an alley.
We get it over it.
Yeah. This one supposed to be, I think it's 35 feet. And that's gonna be the exit from this mall, the new mall to Railroad Lane. And road lane, street goes all the way to Barber Lane.
So the entrance to the mobile home is off of that alleyway?
Yes.
That's an existing easement?
Yeah, that's the way, that's what we use for the time.
Oh, you use it now?
I don't see it. I don't see an alleyway. I see a road. I see Red Barn Road or Red Oak Lane.
Nobody uses the alley. Because
But it's still a
it's
still a
there.
county road.
Chairman Commissioners, it's an identified road, we might just. Yeah.
Right, so it's just nobody's been using it, so it's just kind of gone to.
It's
But
identified.
it is an identified road. It's not an alleyway. So if that house were to go in. In a big, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Question.
Go.
So with the front of the property being on Red Oak, so it definitely meets the 60-foot setback for a really structure, we're okay with that.
And Chairman Commissioners, because this is a residence. We were looking at it as the residential setbacks, not the accessory setbacks.
And storage or anything like that.
Yeah.
I got you.
And so it does still meet those requirements from there.
Because it's not facing Red Oak Lane, it'll be. It's, and as a conditional use, it'd be secondary to the primary of. I think, Mike. Commissioner, you have anything?
They use a additional mailing address, yeah.
Chairman Commissioners, that's correct.
Would the mailing address be this side road
So that's on Red Oak Lane, so Red Oak Lane does go west and then it cuts down south right at the beginning of where and you see this red line coming down. So it does actually turn to the south, and I believe it even provides access maybe to southern property, but I'd have to verify and review that. So their access would be coming in off of, so it would be El Cerro to Barbara to that little property. And yes, urban commissioners, they would require a 911 address. So we would have to look at it. It might even be because this is a temporary situation, it might be identified as a unit or something like that on the same property as the yeah, but yes, it definitely would be something for a separate one for a separate emergency.
You also realize it's a flood zone, yeah, and you'll have to have that engineered.
Yeah, we know that.
So curious on the permit, they have to construct the, inside liquid waste. It says system location 8 Red Oak Lane. Will that change when they get a new?
Chairman Commissioner, we would work with the New Mexico Environmental Department and the property owners just to confirm how they want that to be addressed. New Mexico Environmental, because they're the ones that are going to get to the specific home. So we will assign a one address, and then we'll also, after the new address is created, we'll work with environmental to see if we need
They'll have 2 septic systems on that.
Well, they would have to because each home requires their own separate septic.
There is, we cannot use.
Yeah, you can't use one, you have to use, each one has to have their individual. You can use one water source for multiple homes, but you have to have an individual septic for each home.
Okay.
My question in this is that, and I don't know if anybody's looked at this, but you're asking for a variance? A conditional use, exactly.
Yes.
You're asking for a conditional use. In other words, you're using it under the condition of taking care of your 84-year-old mother.
Sir.
And in the process, you're gonna make sure that she is set up properly in a nice home with a septic system. You're gonna follow all the rules. But God forbid, if something were to happen to your 84-year-old mother and she's no longer with us, the conditional use goes away and all of that has to be removed. Would you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
So how big a piece of property is it?
Chairman Commissioners, I believe it was 1.8.
Go ahead.
The house, the primary house,
Yes, sir.
the other one is gonna be at least 245 feet away,
Well, I've got it at 100,
something like that.
120 to the, or door to door, right? Oh, 245, yeah, I guess it is 245. Okay, I was looking at the car for
Yeah,
it.
because
Okay,
Chairman Commissioners, confirm, according to the assessor's records, 1.81.
so they couldn't split that.
I tried.
Right. I'm just trying to think of something where, you know, if you're gonna do this much work and it's for a good. My heart goes out to you guys.
You think it's possible?
Well, you know, I'm trying to help it, you know, where then that way if, you know. If your mother lives to 120, that's good, but if she doesn't, well, then why would you have to undo all the work that you did? You know, that's what I'm trying to help you out. So, I mean, but it's not my district, but I would like, you know, I would hate to see where you put a bunch of work in it, and you bring your mom in and, you know, yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know, something happens and it's like, okay, now take it all out because you can't use it.
Yeah, because I asked the same question,
Yes, sir.
because it's person, they can explain that for one mobile.
Right.
I mean, it's not like they're gonna be together, both together.
Or if you guys can split it for us, oh my God, that'd be.
Well, I'm trying to get, I know that there's a way, there's gotta be a way, you know,
Because
Right, right, no, and I agree, and like I said, my heart goes out to you and I.
It's not a day.
Right, no, and I would like to see you do it the right way and yet still. Everything that you would put into it, and we hope that your mother lives to be 120, but.
Right, question.
So, thank you. With this new multi-generational law that's coming into effect July 1st, they could essentially build a structure that attaches
Secondary.
to, it has to be attached like to that structure.
So
Which
if
could-
it- they can have multi-generational homes in a single family dwelling.
Right,
If they can make it meet that definition, I can tell them how to do that.
right,
give
so
them
if they just.
Specifics, but if they can give us a plan that shows that they have 2 kitchens, a multi-generational living situation in a single family dwelling, then we can approve something like that.
So if you wanted to think about putting in a small addition, so you have a contiguous roof line. And somehow have a independent kitchen and a big sitting room, bathroom, whatever. Then you have a permanent structure as to your house. You don't have to put in extra, well, you might have to upgrade your septic, I agree. But something to think about.
I agree, I think that if they were to,
Mother-in-law house.
yeah,
Yeah.
even if they could butt it up against the primary house.
Right.
And then make a door in between them, know?
Yeah,
One other thing to consider, Chairman Commissioners, is if that is a mobile home, if they are gonna be attaching the overlay to a mobile home, they do get 2 years stamped and approval.
Right.
That is the cost of it.
But
That's another thing to consider if they're repairing.
Did you already purchase the mobile home?
I did.
so. And we
Yeah.
need engineers stamp for an addition, no?
To a mobile home, yes, but not a crazy site.
right, because it's 2 mobile homes.
So, but if it's site built to a mobile home.
No, because those mobile homes, those are created in a way that they're an enclosed structure, and they are meant to be just that structure, so if you start making walls, changing, adding doors, changing the door, that changes the entire structural integrity of that building, and what it is meant to be made for. And because they're made kind of sometimes minimalist, as soon as you make a change with those walls.
Right, you're gonna
the
get
support
cracking.
structure, you alter that. So therefore, you need to have the structural engineer approve those plans to confirm that that home is structurally sound, if you're gonna be cutting into the walls and altering.
Well,
them.
that's covered breezeway.
If it's a single family dwelling and a single structure, you can look at.
Doing it for that. Have you considered,
I got a story for that.
oh, wow, okay, let's hear it.
Well, see, when my father-in-law died. I mean, yeah, she told us, if you want me to live with one of you guys, I'm not gonna live with you guys. But if you guys wanna help me out, just give me like a little house on the side, because you don't wanna get into, into the family and get up into the relationship,
2 queens.
Yeah, and I guess she's a smart old lady, but she said, I'm gonna read your life, somebody else life, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And that's what we decided to do. She don't want to stay with us next door.
She wants her independence.
Yes. She's old, but she's like very smart.
Mary, how would you?
Yeah.
I think we just want to give you
Option.
the options so you can make an informed decision. So, one way, there's cost trade-offs, but you could get a permanent structure. And the other one,
That would be
we
the
would
same.
have to.
If you put a kitchen in a bathroom and a living area in a mother-in-law house connected to your primary house with a breezeway, That's connected.
Is she in good health?
Yeah, well, not too good, but yeah, she's doing good right now.
Hmm.
But she's living now with my sister-in-law. She's by herself and she is. Yeah.
Look into the future, but that's my 2 cents on it.
Mhm. We want to carry on with this proposal, the way it is. You want to carry on with this proposal the way it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was
No, knowing that, like, Commissioner brought up the fact that if something were to happen to your mother-in-law, that all that has to be pulled out of there.
Well, yeah, that's the proposal. But if it's possible that we can split it in half. It's okay if it's not, it's split that much. Nothing we can do.
I don't know if we can split it in half,
Okay.
because it's under, if it was 2 acres
Yeah,
or
if it's
above,
2 acres or more,
you'd be all right.
maybe you could talk to a neighbor and ask to buy a little sliver of land to get you to 2 acres, I don't know.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm, we're trying to help you. I hope you understand. So, so anything else, commissioners?
I don't have anything.
Okay, if you want to take a seat and let us continue on.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anybody present, wishing to come forward and speak in favor of the petitioner? I'll ask one more time, is there anybody here in the meeting now that wishes to come forward and speak in favor of the petitioner? Hearing none, is there anybody present wishing to come forward and speak against the petitioner?
No, I have a question.
We're
not to that point yet.
right. So,
Hold that thought.
right. So, I'll repeat that one. Is there anybody present wishing to come forward and speak against the petitioner? If you wish to speak against the petitioner, now is the time. Please step forward. Okay, hearing none, commissioners? My biggest concern is, and this is your district clerk, but my biggest concern is that, for family, you'll do anything. And, I've got family that is living with us and I would bend over backwards to put them, keep them in there. And I do. And, and if they're willing to go through all of this and put a mobile home and a septic and all that stuff, I applaud them. But my concern is that it being a conditional use, part of the conditional use, if something were to happen, it was like, oh my God, and it's gotta be,
You can't foresee the future.
right, you can't foresee the future, and.
They're in the now, right now, so they
Right.
want to do it.
If something happens, they have 60 days, right? Correct, 60 days, what I understand,
Or if,
for removal.
oh, okay, yeah. I would have to double check on the time frame of the removal. That. I'll have to get back to you on the time frame for removal. We would give them a valid amount of time.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be something where they have to have it out.
Right.
Or something like that. We would work with them on that.
And I'm sure, yeah.
And Chairman Commissioner, I did want to point out on one of the notes for the conditional use. So a conditional use approval involving construction or a mobile home placement in this case shall be null and void 1 year from the date of final approval unless completion or substantial construction has taken place. So if approved today, it gives them a year to place the mobile home. So if they do need to spend a little more time, if approved tonight, to look at other options, that buys them some time. And if they choose not to go with conditional use, it just evaporates essentially.
Right.
And so just something to, and I know we were talking costs and stuff of different options, so it gives them a little bit of time to actually consider some of those options as well before proceeding with this.
So when you call them back up, if you want to explain it to them, that would still give them a year.
Yeah.
Definitely call them back up.
Yeah.
But is there any other discussion?
I don't know.
Okay, I think we all brought up some very valid points. So you want to bring them back up?
Yeah, that's good. Can you come back up? Get your exercise in. As he just brought up just now, this being approved today gives you a year to weigh your options. It gives you some time to look at this mobile home and possibly put a pencil to it and see if adding a mother-in-law house to your place, attaching it, or the mobile home, which one's the best fit for you guys. That gives you that amount of time. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, that's good.
It is, yeah.
But if this were to pass today, then you would have 1 year from the approval to get it done. So you might have 1, 2, 3 months where you're like, well, maybe we should think about, you know, what the cost of adding a secondary house to your house, and then you've got generational, because there's a new law that you can do that. But you'd have to get an engineer, you know, the whole knockup, you know, and so that would cost you money there. But if you did it generationally, then you would save the money on not having to do a new septic. So, you know,
That's the expensive one.
right, so, you know, it'll give you time where you can weigh those, get some more advice, seek out some professionals, and see what would be best for your mother-in-law. Or mother, I don't know which one it is, but, but it would have to be finished before the year's up. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So it may give you a month or 2 or 3, but then after that, it's like, okay, bonus, we gotta get, you know, this stuff going, you know, so. Does that make sense? And so you're also, you're gonna have to bring,
Good advice.
yeah, you're gonna have to bring power in, you're gonna have to, you know, so I mean, there's,
This far away.
yeah, it's a huge expense here, and I understand that you're doing it for family and love and all that stuff, but you know, if there's a way that you can get it, then maybe that money can be put someplace else, so then if something did happen to the mother-in-law, well, you don't have to tear it all up.
Anything else? Agree with the-
I got one last question.
Sure.
So it's no possible that we can split it like 3/4 of an acre?
No.
It's too small.
Too small. Need at least 1 acre for
It's
each
because
house.
of the area?
Huh?
It's because of the area where we live,
No, because of the size.
all the sizes.
Size.
So,
Commissioners, even before they can split it, you'll have to go through a zone change for one.
Right,
Right
right.
now, it's a 2 acre minimum, actually.
Right.
This property is legally, non-conforming.
yeah, so it's just, but you don't have enough land to go through a zone change or nothing like that. It's just, so like Mr. Baca said, you would have to add land someplace and then go through a zone change and then split the zone. So it would be a long process, but all just because of that little sliver. You know, so, and that's where, you know, we understand what's going on, and I think, speaking for all of us, our heart goes out to you, but we want you to do it the right way, and we appreciate that you come forward and you do it the right way. So we're trying to help.
Well, that's why we want to do it, the right way.
Okay, anything more for us?
No,
Okay,
no more question for now.
okay.
Thank you very much.
Sue?
Thank you, everybody.
You bet.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I move to approve your proposal.
Okay, motion to approve
Second.
with a second. Any discussion on the motion in a second? Hearing none, call the vote.
Commissioner Chavez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Moran, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Freeman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chairman Sutherland, how do you vote?
Yes. Right. Moving right along, action item 7D. Variance 2026-045 District 2, P and Z Commissioner Freeman, Board of County Commissioner Lee.
Chairman Commissioners, before you
Is
this
that
afternoon.
D or C? Yeah, C, I'm sorry.
044.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Next item, item 7C, variance 2026-044, District 2, P and Z Commissioner Freeman, Board of County Commissioner Richardson.
Chairman, Commissioners, before you this evening is a request for variance number 2026-044, District 2, P and Z Commissioner Freeman, EOCC Richardson. Jose Torres requests a variance of 7 feet to the accessory structure side yard setback requirement of 15 feet to construct a detached garage with a setback of 8 feet from the side property line. Legal description: subdivision High Mesa Estates, Lot 42, mobile home title 13066 MHB, serial A1917, year 1974, make VIN size 14 by 70, UPC 1018038167356, followed by 6 zeros, also known as 22 Osage Drive, Los Lunas, New Mexico 87031, currently zoned rural residential district 1 on. And just to note, this request is coming together also with the next request of variance number 2026-045. This one is specific to the side yard setback that we're looking at first. Next up will be the rear setback requirement. And I stand for any questions.
You can combine them.
Chairman Commissioners, that is up to the chairman of the board.
We can, know about combining these?
That's up to you.
Yeah, let's combine.
You want to combine it?
Yeah, make it easier.
Okay, so, it had been brought to the chairman's attention that, Commissioner Freeman would like to combine both action items 7C and 7D. So, Mr. Baca, could you read 7D as well into record?
Chairman Commissioners, before you this evening is request for variance number 2026-045, District 2, P and Z Commissioner Freeman, EOCC Richardson. Jose Torres requests a variance of 7 feet to the accessory structure rear yard setback requirement of 15 feet to construct a detached garage with a setback of 8 feet from the rear property line. Legal description as read previously. Also zoned rural residential district 1, RR1. I stand for any question. Looking at side and rear on both.
Are the petitioners here? We'll just jump up there and tell us about it.
Chairman, Commissioners, while he's signing in, there was a note on department reviews from the treasurer that there were taxes owed on this specific request. The applicant did provide a confirmation from, I believe, with your mortgage company.
Yes, my escrow company.
The escrow company stating that they did mail out that check. We did not confirm that the treasurer's office has received that. I just wanted to let you be aware of that. I did include the emails from the escrow company in the packets as well.
Which escrow company?
Sunwest escrow.
We have it in our packet.
If not, I have it right here if you'd like to see it, if you're planning to back it there.
Which
That's,
packet is in? So,
Like in the back of the department reviews with you, there should be the tax statement and then followed by the details.
or here's the thing.
So,
No, I don't think, no, we missed it. So,
I don't think it's actually.
what?
They wrote it on the 19th, but hasn't been received. I checked today. It will be here within the next, this week. I called them and they said it should be here this week, so.
Well, typically, if there's taxes in the rear, we have to stop it. We can't hear it. And technically, they're in the rear because there's no check in. Sure. Is that correct?
I don't see a letter from SunWest saying that they think that.
It's here.
Would you like to see my? It's at the back of the pipe. It's that first page, it's the one stating it from Sunrise.
Does the petitioner have multiple properties through SunWest or?
Oh, I have 3 other ones. So 3 in total, 2 and then the one I'm petitioning for now, and 2 other ones. But before, when I used to have security escrow right across the street, I never had to send them my taxes, they would just get it, the form, and then they pay it. With this new company, I thought it was the same way, but no, when I called them, they said, no, you always have to send us your property taxes, that way we can pay it. We don't just get them anymore. So that was the big difference that happened here. Because they were security escrow was bought out by SunWest Escrow.
I'm sorry, I don't see where it says that they paid it.
Right here,
You need to stand back.
right here.
One states it, but check these.
No, but it says for parcel R 180263, and it looks like in 2023, there was another parcel we paid for. SunWest did not receive a tax bill for this parcel.
That would be for a mobile home account specifically, which isn't relevant to the request.
So is that our number?
Our number is, for this specific request, we've got R 180263, which I did confirm matches with this.
Okay. So SunWest received a tax bill and now that the check on 5/19/19 May.
This is a unique situation.
Yeah. Well, we know US mail.
Yeah.
The Express took 7 days to pass the country, now it only takes a week.
Why would they wait so long to pay it? Well, I mean, everything that's going on, that's
Because of all the crap that went on with the tax payment. I know. I know. That's why.
No. Okay,
Don't get them.
that's up to you. That's up to you. It's your district. If you want to accept that, that's up to you.
Yeah, I think we should. It looks legit. Or go ahead.
So going forward, I know what to do. So every time I see a new notification, forward it right away to them and don't wait. But it's a learning experience for me too.
Well, also there was a lot of stuff going on with the county, and so, we gotta take a certain amount of blame on that, and so, we're very lenient on that kind of stuff, so, it's still up to the commissioner for your district, and if he says it's golden, then, I stand behind my commissioner, so.
But going forward, I am requesting a variance, from setback from the back and the side, of my property to build a garage. Property contains an existing concrete slab of 25 by 30. And it's located 8 feet from the side and from the rear property line. It is 10 feet from any other structure. The top of the concrete was built a few years ago, and my whole intention was just to use it as something to put my cars on top of, because we have nothing but dirt out there. I did want to build a garage connected to a mobile home until I found out all the hoops I have to go through. So I said, okay, maybe I can just use the slab to build the garage. I put it in good faith from people that would tell me, oh, you only need 5 feet from each wall to be compliant. Nowhere did I know that it has to be 15 feet, or I would have just, try to put it to code. Now, this lot is permanent, a physical feature of the land, strict adhesive to the current setback requirements, would require the complete removal of this functional infrastructure creating an unnecessary hardship that is unique to this lot. I propose to utilize the existing footprint for a garage. This is a minimum relief necessary to afford reasonable use of the property. The structure will be built to all Valencia County building codes and will not negatively impact the character of the neighborhood or public safety. This will help boost also my property tax. Granting this variance will not detriment to public health, safety, or welfare, nor will it alter the essential character of the neighborhood. The proposal is designed to be minimally necessary to provide relief and reasonable use of my property while preserving or adding value of surrounding property. It is not near a main road, so it will not block or obstruct views. I will not use it to run any kind of business out of it, and the noise will be minimal to none. So my neighbors will not be impacted either. My main goal is to only use the garage to park my cars to keep safe from the blistering sun and high winds that come with tons of dirt. Thank you.
So you poured this slab when?
A few years ago. I thought it was more, but I went back and saw it was like a little over a year. I thought it was like 5 years ago, but it was a little over under 2 years.
Under 2 years?
Yeah.
And you were going off hearsay about setbacks and whatever? Shame on you.
I know, and it was more than one person. It wasn't just one person. We all get together. I think it's only 5 feet, yeah, and this and that.
Well, that's what drinking beer and talking about.
Can you tell us who's, I don't need names, but who specifically? Was that any representatives from the county?
No.
So
It was friends.
friends and colleagues, and so there's no representatives from the county?
No,
Said that.
I'm sure they would have told me 15 feet.
Well, I just want to make sure that, that you didn't get erroneous information
Right.
and, so.
Well, we kind of take a hard look at, somebody that asks for forgiveness instead of permission.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like if you're saying that, it was 5 years ago, and then all of a sudden it's, well, it was really a year and a half, and it's like, well, were you planning this? You got caught, so you stopped, you waited a year and a half, and then you're like, oh, guess what? I can make a garage.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
can you get an overhead, Mr. Bucket?
What kind of structure is that going to be?
Metal, prefab.
Metal prefab?
Yeah.
We can zoom in. So is the slab showing on this picture?
No. It's in the back right there. That's where it's poured.
The picture's older than a year and a half. Huh?
Yeah, Chairman Commission's pictures from, I think, spring of 24.
Okay. And the slab's where the arrow is? Good.
Yeah.
Are those vehicles or on the other side of your property?
Yeah, that's a bus.
Okay.
For that whole side, I just wanted trees. That's why I think about doing it on that side.
Mr. Walker, what's the required distance separation between the garage and the living structure?
Chairman Commissioners, it's a 10-foot limit from a residence to an accessory structure. 10-foot minimum.
So, Mr. Torres, what would prevent you from moving it this way? So you don't have,
the slab built.
so you don't have to have the 8 foot here.
Right, so yeah, on my neighbor's side, on the rear, that one, even if I would have known it I wouldn't have been able to do the 15 feet. The back, I would have pushed it the 15 feet forward. The reason I did it is just I wanted a bigger driving for my cars.
What the picture's not showing you is that the slab is already.
The slab's already here. Yeah.
Then I wanted it kind of straight with my mobile home, so it's all one straight unit.
Is there any elevations of your building? in the proposal? I think it's in.
The whole thing that sounds there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And did you have to get like drawn up plans for the garage part, or it just so happens that the garage and the size of the foundation or?
No, I had to tell them what size the concrete slab was so they can
Fabricate.
fabricate it to fit, yeah.
Are there height restrictions on the building?
Yes, term commissioners, there are for accessory structures, I believe, give me a second. I want to-
22 feet, 21, 22 feet, or? But this isn't a barn type, right? It's not, you're not gonna have a.
So metal garage,
Probably like
doors.
15, 16 feet.
It's true.
Yes. And my entrance is gonna be on the
South side.
south side. There's 2 doors there.
Term commissioners, the maximum building height for any dwelling shall be 30 feet, the maximum building height for all other structures shall be 45 feet. Except for accessory structures in any parcel of less than 10 acres, the maximum building height shall be 35. So in this case, the maximum height would be 35 feet for the accessory structure.
What's the height of yours?
9 feet.
9
With
feet.
the pitch, it'll add 3 feet, so technically 12 feet.
Yeah.
12 feet.
12 feet with the pitch, yeah. But the structure itself is supposed to be 9 feet.
Okay. So he's way under that.
Yeah.
More like a residential garage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be for 2 cars, so
Mm-hmm.
I have my wife's truck and my
2 doors.
2 doors, yes.
Mhm.
Accents? No.
Anybody else?
But they'll have a little side door where it's.
Yeah.
Other than that,
That all you got for us right now?
that's it.
Have a seat and we'll pick back with you.
All right, sounds good.
No. Any discussion?
One frozen homes.
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
Were you?
Yeah, I was gonna.
So he does not only-
Did you wanna call him up?
No, no, I'm good.
So, okay, anybody in favor, wishing to speak in favor of the petitioner, please step forward and sign in and state your name for the record, so.
Can I translate for him or?
What is he speak? Yeah. Yogi. Are you related?
No, he's my back neighbor, rear neighbor.
What's his address? So he's directly east.
Behind you.
Not so good.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Nope.
No,
Good try.
Nice one, yeah.
No. That's in favor.
Oh, it is.
You're up here
Yeah.
to be, in favor of his garage, is that correct?
Doesn't keep in favor of
So tell us why you're in favor of it.
that's in favor. What is this in favor? What is it? Because the favor, so I can keep my car safe. It doesn't bother him. No,
At least he's honest.
structure will not bother him being here.
That's what we're looking for.
Okay.
The trucks or the building? The trucks or the building? We're not worried about the trucks, we're worried about the building. So is the building gonna bother him?
Well, ¿dónde está el garage? ¿No se va atrás?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Is there anybody else
No,
present wishing to speak in favor of the petitioner?
are you sure you want me to speak?
If you would like to speak, sir, we will recognize you.
Do any of you know me?
You need to
Ralph,
sign in and
I'm
state your
supposed to
name.
know
correct.
you?
I've known you for a long time, sir.
Oh, okay.
My name is Jake Hardgrove. I live at 13 Osage Drive. And up until 4 years ago, I was the manager of this little community. Most of the people out there I know. I did not know Joe was putting up a garage. If I had known Joe was putting up a garage, I would have told him 15 feet from the front, 15 feet from the back, 30 feet. If you want to put it out in the front yard.
You gotta finish signing in before you start talking.
I can't call the side of the same time?
No.
Did you receive a letter from the county?
Yes, sir, I sure did.
Outstanding,
In fact, I received 2 of them.
outstanding.
And you know why I received 2 of them? Because I live at 13 Osage Drive, and I own the one directly north of town.
Outstanding,
I have no problem with where he put that piece of carpet.
outstanding.
And I don't think it's gonna interfere with anything that goes on. I don't know what else you guys would like to know about it, other than the fact that it is a help to the community. Maybe it'll stop the tongue trees from building in the corner, where I have to go over and drag them out and push them down the street. Joe calls and says, I got tumbleweeds in the backyard. And I have been there for 35 years. Joe's been out there for what, 15, 16, 12. It keeps his yard nice and clean, and I think the carport would help. I wish I had the money to do it on my own.
It's a garage we're talking about.
I know.
So bottom line, you're in favor of it.
Yes, sir.
That's all I need to hear.
And the 7 foot that is there doesn't interfere with anything that belongs to me.
Thank you for your input.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Can we see where the power line comes in?
Commissioners, I am not getting the visual from the aerial. If you can ask the applicant to possibly identify that location.
Upper right-hand corner, the northeast corner.
The applicant.
Oh, sorry.
Gonna be in the upper right-hand corner, in the front.
So right where the garage is going?
No, in front of the property.
Left.
Yes, sorry, upper left-hand corner, there.
So is there a power pole there, or is it underground,
It's
or
underground.
it's all underground? Okay. Anybody else present wishing to speak in favor of the petitioner? Now would be the time if you wish to speak in favor of the petitioner to step forward, sign in. Hearing none, is there anybody present wishing to speak against the petitioner? Now would be the opportunity to come forward and speak against the petitioner if you would like. Hearing none, discussion.
It looks to me like it won't affect anything like you were saying, as far as, around the community or, it won't, visually, it won't hurt anything, and there won't be any, I'm trying to say, blind spots, if you will. So, I'm good with it.
I'm good with it. I appreciate you coming forward, especially after finding out you poured the slab. Now, we all make mistakes.
Right.
You know, we all make mistakes. Some make mistakes more than others. But
And others are still waiting for their first.
but
Wow.
there's
Wow.
But there's a line there.
How long have you guys been with that?
There's a line there between making a mistake and negligence.
Right.
Okay. And, I appreciate you coming forward, so I'll just consider it making a mistake rather than negligence. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, going forward, down to the team, I can come here, Little is small. And they saw me pretty quick, I thought it was gonna take months and months. But it was
No, we've got a
quick.
great crew and a great team here, and
Right.
they make us look good, so.
That's what I saw, it was quick, so I was like,
Yeah.
wow, this is.
I would. I mean, with everything that's going on with the taxes and stuff this year, I mean, there's a lot of variance that we, a lot of, we give a lot on that, so, I think that's just a little hiccup, whether it's Sunwest or whoever, I mean, I wouldn't really, you got the letter and even though I couldn't read it.
I've had to deal with Sunwest in the past
Okay, so I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, I'm okay with it.
a vote. I move to approve.
Motion to approve?
Well, variance 44. and
Yes,
45.
so you have to make a
Oh,
motion
yeah.
to approve both.
Approve both 44 and 45.
I'll second.
Motion with the second, any discussion on the motion with the second? Hearing none, call the vote.
Commissioner Chavez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Moran, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Freeman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chairman Sutherland, how do you vote?
Yes. And that is for both
44 and
2026
45.
044 and 2026 045. Moving right along. Going to action item 7E. Correct? Variance 2026-046, District 4, P and Z Commissioner Sublette, Florida County Commissioner Bazell. Mr. Baca?
Chairman Commissioners, before you this evening is the request for the variance 2026-046. This is District 4, P and Z Commissioner Sublette, DOCP Mazzetto. Anna Trujillo requests a variance of 15 feet to the front yard setback requirement of 30 feet to place a mobile home with a setback of 15 feet from the edge of the right of way of a public road. Legal description, subdivision El Dorado Estates, Lot 3, Block J, Unit 3, UPC 1008-034-130-502, followed by 6 zeros, also known as 704 Juan P. Sanchez Road, Los Lunas, New Mexico 87031, Zone Rural Residential District 2, RR2, and I stand for any questions.
Do we have a petitioner present?
Yes.
Please come forward. Sign in and state your name on the resident.
So my name is Anna Trujillo.
Okay, just for, breaking for a second, just for clarity and, we do know each other because you're a client of mine and, but we have never discussed anything like on this or anything like that, so. And I pledge to be 100% neutral and fair on this whole hearing, so I'm not gonna recuse myself, okay?
Okay, correct,
Okay.
yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm here today to request approval for a setback, on an RR2 property, to place a single family manufactured home on an existing home site. So when I purchased this property, there was an existing mobile home pad. The mobile home was already removed. There's also a septic system, a well, gas, and power. Something that I didn't have ready when I made the request, I was waiting for the engineer letter, which I have, if you want a copy. because I did have an engineer come out and inspect the pad to ensure that I could use it again, which they did sign off on. So I have that here if you'd like a copy also.
Can we normally accept that if we're happy with the packets?
Let her finish and then we can accept it, okay?
Okay, so I have that here, I'll put it aside for you. And what I'm requesting does conform to the surrounding properties. If you want to take a look in a moment at the GIS, you'll see that my lot is a corner lot. It has Juan P. Sanchez running on one side of it and an unnamed dirt road running on the other side of it. All the homes on that unnamed dirt road are addressed Juan P. Sanchez, including my own. That front road or that road, the unnamed dirt road, I would be 75 feet set back from that, and I would be 13 feet from the side Juan P. Sanchez. After talking with Ryan and finding out that according to the definition, I would need a 30-foot setback from both of the streets. That's why I'm here today. When I requested my placement permit is when I found that out. I have, let's see. So I'm asking to use the existing home site to place another mobile home on. And on my site plan as well, I have a septic permit also if you want to accept that because the septic is permitted. And on my site plan, since there was no sketch on the septic permit, I put a dot and labeled where the existing system is. Because if I were to need to place this in a different location, it does create a hardship of several $1,000s to replace and relocate the entire septic system and remove and replace a pad.
So you're gonna use the existing septic?
Yes, it will need some upgrades to be up to code, but it's still usable without needing a total replacement.
Along with the leach field itself also?
Yes, sir.
Can we get it for him?
For the record, this property is grandfathered in.
That's
Because of the size.
Chairman Commissioners, the lot size would be considered legally non-conforming. And so yes, essentially.
Right, because there was previous.
Yeah, and I assume,
The lot existed as a residential lot prior to the current zoning ordinance.
Alright. So normally it's 3/4 of an acre, but this
Even-
one's only.
and I do have emails with the environmental department, so that's something, when I pulled the septic permit, I did email the environmental department,
Right.
making sure that septic can be used, and like Ryan said, it would be grandfathered in.
Right, I just say this for the record,
Yes.
so that people understand why we would approve something or not,
Yes,
based on something that isn't up to the current requirements.
yes, correct.
Is it annotated on your bill style that the foundation was at?
Not necessarily on the warranty deed or anything, but it is on the survey that I got when I purchased the property, which is what I used as a.
So what this is right here.
Yes, that's the basis of that is the ILR that was done when I purchased it, and then of course I added in, some things for the site plan for you all
Right.
tonight.
So are you planning to put a mobile home on?
Yes,
Okay, so are you planning for the same size mobile home as the foundation is made?
it's actually slightly shorter, and that was my original reason for calling in the engineer to make sure that having something that was slightly shorter lengthwise
Right.
would still be able to be used on that pad, which he did confirm.
Okay.
Because you can see, I tried to make it clear with the blue.
Yeah, with the
outline.
blue and
Yes.
so
Yeah.
I'm understanding everything that you got here. but I just wanna say it so that
Yes.
everybody watching and all that stuff, that they know and.
Yeah, and
so,
that's correct.
Yeah, okay.
So the way you got your drawing, there's a little, it overlap on the front and the back. As far as the length, it's a little shorter, you said,
Yes,
And
on
it-
each side.
on
yes.
each end.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Correct.
underlap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes,
the foundation.
Yep.
Going further on than the actual,
yeah.
and but it's grandfathered, correct?
Chairman Commissioner, the foundation itself, yes, that is in there, it's pre-existing as well.
Okay. My only question here is, so could you go back to? Hannah, you had said that there was a road on the other side as well as off of Juan P. Sanchez, on the backside, but I don't see a road there.
Can you pull it back up?
Is it?
So it's actually, this, yeah, you see the dotted line here, it says road, 25-foot road and utility easement.
No, that's an easement right there.
Yeah, a road and utility easement. And that's the road that the neighbors all use to access their properties, because there are.
There's a
three-
road there. Can we go
Yeah.
back to the
Yeah,
overhead?
that's exactly.
I just,
It's along the eastern portion of the property.
yep,
Yeah, and then, yes, that's where those other homes in the GIS image access
Okay.
their property.
okay. I was thinking that it was in between the property that was north of that property, but no, then okay. Cause I was looking at that easement as it being an easement from the canal or something. Okay, I understand that now. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Mhm. So you added a shed, or are those your vehicles or whatever?
So those sheds were there when I purchased the property, and about probably less than a week that I purchased it, we got a violation because one of them was falling down. And we did, cure that violation by removing that shed, but one of them is still remaining and those vehicles are not there.
So how do you gain access to the property?
There's a gate in the front on that unnamed dirt road. Right at kind of the corner. Right there, yeah.
So. This does have a Juan P. Sanchez address, right?
Yes, all the homes on that unnamed dirt road are addressed to Juan P. Sanchez Road.
Commissioners, the road typically doesn't get named unless there's 4 or more addresses needed on that.
And this is just a little over half an acre, correct?
0.52.
Yeah. I'm looking.
it looks bigger, it looks bigger in the overhead.
It looks bigger in the overhead, that's why this
It's-
thing is
yeah,
throwing
it's
me
just
off.
in there.
Ah,
Yeah.
look. Sniffing. Look, I can't find it. Commissioners? You good, sir? You good? Okay, Hannah, go ahead and have a seat and we'll call you back up in a little bit.
Did you want the engineered letter?
Oh, yeah, go ahead and, give that to, Director Javier for, give us.
Oh, subject letter?
I do have the septic permit,
I
yes.
don't think that's really relevant to us because we're just doing,
Not until we do the placement. do it.
right, so I wouldn't, I don't really care about
Like,
that.
converters that environmental has allowed this property to have its.
Right.
I guess that's a good one.
But as far as that, I mean, even if we were to give the okay, EPA can come in and say no, so this really doesn't concern us, so.
Yeah, but I have it.
Okay,
When the
Yeah,
time
you do the
comes,
placement.
Alright.
yeah,
Take care of it.
thank you.
thank you.
And can I see the picture one more time and find out where electricity's coming in?
And there is a pole set on the property that already has power to it.
You wanna point that out?
Yes, it is right in this corner is where the pole is.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a secondary utility.
Mhm. And that's the gas is on this side of the property as well.
Okay. Cause apparently the home that was previously there, it's not there due to a fire.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what that says, but then they did the tests on the foundation, saying the foundation did not sustain any, heat impairment, and that is still good, so.
Yes, correct.
Um.
Can we ask if there's no thing that fire took place?
Well, you can, but
If it was within 12 months, they can be replaced due to natural causes. That's the reason. And we wouldn't.
Hannah, can you come look up?
Sure.
I didn't realize it was damaged or removed because of a fire, so that changes things a little bit.
So, how long have you owned the property?
Since December-ish
Okay, from
of last year, not long, yeah.
6 months, okay, so, do you know when that property had a fire on it?
I don't. No.
I can probably help with that.
Oh,
Okay, I'll call on you in just a second, okay,
Absolutely.
so that's fine. I'm glad that you spoke up, but we'll take it one step at a time, that's what we're just looking for, so, okay,
Okay.
that's all we got, thanks. Okay, so let them speak, and then maybe that will answer the question that I have, okay. Any questions, Commissioner? No, okay. Anybody present wishing to come forward and speak in favor of the petitioner? Oh, okay, go ahead, come on. Go ahead, sign in, state your name for the record.
Samantha Soto. I'm located at 721 Central.
Go ahead.
My real reason for being here is I just wanted to know how that would affect my property, because I did get the letter. I know the property has been vacant since I was living, at 721 Placentia since 2018. I did know the gentleman who lived there prior, his daughter was the one who owned the property, and that was her house that burned down.
So that was prior to 2018?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I just wanted to know how this would affect the easement of my unnamed driveway. Cause I drive down this, thoroughfare that's unnamed, that I'm 721 Placentia.
Can you zoom out and show me where some?
You'll probably put up a toll gate and you'll have to.
So I'm the corner, I'm the triangular lot in the very back.
Okay, okay.
So this is my access to my property. And so I was just curious that if, I might have to move my driveway or how that was all gonna.
No,
affect me.
that's not gonna be affected. That easement is gonna be maintained open, and the county is gonna, from what I'm seeing, it meets all the requirements that the county would consider, for your use, because, you're the
Yeah, 'cause
furthest
there's
back.
a utility too, like utility,
Right.
so makes it hard to come in off the ditch. with
Right,
that.
but we have to be able to get fire and EMS in there, and it looks like that meets those requirements, so. The road looks like it's being taken care of, at least from that photo, so. You've got the utilities right there in between that road yet to be named,
Yeah, I had to clear it.
and the ditch, so. And that looks like a 3-wire, 4-wire, so it's gotta be at least 24 feet tall, right? So,
Yeah, and Chairman Commissioners, this road and utility easement was platted on a surveys in the clerk's office. So in order to remove any road or utility easement, which would be your access, you would have to give permission for that to happen. So it will not happen without you being informed and.
Yeah, I just wanted to know, cause I got the letter, I didn't know.
Mhm.
I've seen her over there doing stuff, but I am excited too for the build, I would love to see that property developed.
Okay,
There you
so
go.
does that help you? Does that explain?
Yes,
Okay, Any other thing?
No,
Okay, thank you, Samantha.
absolutely.
Anybody else present wishing to come forward and speak in favor of the petitioner? Now's the opportunity to come forward and speak in favor of the petitioner, if you would like to. Yes, ma'am, please sign in and state your name for the record.
I was just kidding about a toll road.
My name is Ida Easton, and once a neighbor of Mr. Freeman. The reason I reappeared over here is because we didn't really know what was going on, but I do recall that there used to be a mobile home at that property, so, we really have no objection with placing another mobile home. We, part of the property that we own, was owned by Mr. Freeman. In fact, the garage that he built, we just recently had it upgraded with a new roof and stuff, but, yeah. So that's, we have no objection to it.
Excellent. Anything, commissioners?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Anybody present wishing to speak in favor of the petitioner? Now would be your opportunity. If you'd like to come forward and speak in favor of the petitioner, please do it now. Hearing none, is there anybody present wishing to speak against the petitioner? Now's your opportunity. If you'd like to speak against the petitioner, please come forward, sign in, and state your name for the record. Hearing none, Commissioner?
Everything looks in order to me.
Well, 2018, so it's over 8 years since the fire. The letter states that it's still good. The neighbors are in favor of it, looking forward to it, or at least don't see a problem in it.
Yeah. How soon you gonna put?
Look like Susan. Susan was plenty of, wow.
Actually, it's too close for this.
Anything, Sue?
You good?
I'm sorry.
I'm good. I'm good. Sue's got me straight.
Okay, this is mine, right? Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion with the second. Is there any discussion on the motion in the second? Hearing none, call the vote.
Commissioner Kevin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Moran, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Freeman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chairman Sutherland, how do you vote?
Yes. All right, moving right along to action item number 8. The next meeting of the Valencia County Planning and Zoning Commission will be Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026 at 3 p.m. And we will be back in
our usual.
because all the voting will be over, and so.
That's it.
Okay. Any questions on that?
Oh, what's that date again? I'm sorry.
The June 23rd. I think it'll be a Tuesday. Weird.
3 10s.
3 p.m. That's 1,500 for you. Yeah, for me. Got it? Maybe. Action item number 9, adjournment.
Move for adjourn.
Motion
Second.
with a second. Any discussion on the motion in the second? Hearing none, call the vote.
Commissioner Chavez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Moran, how do you vote?
Yeah.
Commissioner Freeman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chairman Sudley, how do you vote?
Yes, this meeting is adjourned.